Tonight on TBN, Melting Potluck. Onyx, Scheme, and Latinos Unidos organized the event before Thanksgiving break. It was an opportunity for students to come together and share their cultures through company and cuisine. Holiday Community Weekend. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from this past weekend, including Cole Open Dorm, Ford's Community Dinner, and the Winterlight Concert. World Cup Wrap-Up. Noah Cassell-Young hosts the World Cup panel with guests Velizar Lazarov, Henry Eisenbeis, and Demi Oni. They break down the games thus far and share their finals predictions. And student songwriter. Senior Noah Lin recently released his first album, Incidental Music. He discusses the inspiration behind the music and his plans for the future. All this and more, next.
Good evening and welcome into the Tower Broadcast Newsroom. I'm Hannah Schijano.
And I'm Carol K. Ross, and we're recapping and following the latest news. Onyx, Scheme, and Latinos Unidos hosted the Melting Potluck in honor of Thanksgiving. The event served as an opportunity for community members to share aspects of their culture with one another. Matthias Jalen has the story.
On Thursday, November 17th, student-run clubs Onyx, Scheme, and Latinos Unidos hosted the Melting Potluck in the Davis Cafe. The event was organized to bring the community together and share food, music, and culture before the Thanksgiving break. Event coordinators encouraged all attendees to bring something to the potluck, whether it was a home-cooked meal or a deck of cards to share with everyone. Latinos Unidos co-chairs Ana Castillo and Hannah Florian really enjoyed collaborating with the other affinity clubs to plan the potluck.
It's very exciting to see the community together. We've planned events like this before and we find them very wholesome because everyone comes together and everyone mingles and stuff. And to also collaborate with Onyx and Scheme was also something new that we hadn't done before, and we're super happy that a bunch of people came out.
The original idea for the potluck came from Onyx co-president KK Ashi. Ashi and fellow Onyx co-president Demi Oni spoke on the importance of the event.
You know, it's just nice to be able to, put something on for everybody, have a nice time right before Thanksgiving break. Also get some nice food, just have just a good environment, good vibes. Have a good community space.
Yeah, I wanted to make a new tradition for Masters, especially with we have so many diverse cultures. I wanted to see it all come together, and it's really nice to see everyone here enjoying their own different cultural foods and enjoying each other's company and just getting to know each other. It's really nice to see.
After enjoying the potluck's food, music, and culture, students reflected on the event.
10 out of 10. We had dances, we had food, we had everything a person of color party needed. So I had a lot of fun. It was 10 out of 10.
My favorite part is just the energy. It was amazing food, but it's only matched by the amazing people that were at the potluck, just listen to the music, dancing, just making it a great time.
Attendees and student leadership are hopeful that this potluck will become a tradition for years to come. This has been Matthias Jalen and Carol K. Ross, TBN, the Master's School.
The potluck was a great opportunity for students to come together before Thanksgiving. Students were busy here at Masters this past weekend. If you weren't on campus, here's a quick recap.
Holiday Community Weekend took place the weekend of December 9th, kicking off with Cole Open Dorm Friday night. There was food, music, and a lot of dancing. On Saturday, Ford Dorm hosted community dinner in the dining hall. This year's theme was Building Bridges. Boarders and faculty members came together for a shared meal and to listen to a variety of performances. Senior Luna Minifield presented the Ford Invocation, followed by reflections from senior Camila Arthur and freshman Kayla Riley. The weekend closed with a 2-hour-long Winterlight Concert in the Claudia Boucher Theater. The concert featured contemporary ensemble, 1877, Dob 16, jazz band, chamber music ensembles, tower singers, and orchestra.
Hannah Schijano, TBN, the Master's School.
We hope you all had a great community weekend. Tower's lead sports editor Noah Cassell-Young sat down with Demi Oni, Henry Eisenbeis, and Velizar Lazarov on Monday to break down their World Cup predictions.
Hello, I am Noah Cassell-Young. This is Velizar Lazarov, Henry Eisenbeis, and Demi Oni, and we are your 2022 World Cup panel. So, to start off, what have you guys' favorite parts of the World Cup been so far?
For me, it honestly has to be the penalty shootout between Argentina and Netherlands. With those late winners goals from Netherlands, especially in the 110th minute, or the 100th minute, apologize. I think that was a stunning moment.
That Argentina-Netherlands game was definitely crazy.
the limbs in the FC, you know, everyone jumping around when they score and on the free kick pass. But then also, you know, watching some of my favorite players do well, you know, Mbappe, Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, lots of these guys performing well. So yeah, it's been fun.
Traditionally, Croatia and Morocco are not like the superpowers in international football. So how would you guys say, or would you guys say it's a positive or negative thing having them be in this position? And I know we've only really seen 3 like big on big games between obviously Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Argentina, and France, England, and there haven't been these giant matchups that the World Cup's so hyped up about. So do you guys see these underdog stories as a positive or more as like a negative because we don't see the best teams play against each other?
You know, I think for me, I see this as a huge positive, especially for Morocco. First African team to make it to the semifinals. I think that's going to inspire a lot of next-gen African teams to compete, especially at the top tier.
People want to see big teams in the semifinals and the quarterfinals. Like, I want to see Argentina, Brazil. That's what I wanted to see. But yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of on both sides, right? You know, originally my family's Nigerian, right? And so seeing an African country make the semifinals, that's huge for the continent. You know, I'm so happy for Morocco that they're able to get so far, and you know, they've been playing good football so far as well, so I mean, they deserve it. But like Henry said, kind of, I do still want to see the big teams, you know, seeing Brazil go out, like it's, you know, it hurts, but credit to Croatia and Morocco, you know, for making it far enough. You know, they're playing good football.
So now quickly to the World Cup final. I have Morocco, Argentina. You have
Morocco, Argentina.
You have
Croatia, France.
Croatia, France.
I got Croatia, France.
Okay. What are your predictions for the final?
Mbappe player of the tournament. 2 goals, 2-0 France.
2-0 France.
I think Mbappe player of the tournament. Yeah, France as well. Unfortunately, I wish I don't want to see a France-Croatia final again. It's a bit repetitive, but I think 4-2 France.
4-2 France.
Repeat
again.
The same scoreline. Same scoreline.
No way.
Lisa.
3-2 to Argentina. Messi hat-trick though. What? You're gonna get that golden boot. Just calling it right now. Golden boot.
I'm gonna say Morocco. Morocco World Cup champs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Tchouaméni, young player of the tournament.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I think Morocco 2-1 in the final over Argentina. All right. I think that's all we have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Noah, Demi, Henry, and Belazar. The World Cup final is set to take place this Sunday at 10 a.m. Carol, who are you going to be rooting for?
I'm definitely going to be rooting for Argentina. My beloved Brazil team, unfortunately, did not make it to the finals.
That's too bad.
So I got to back up my other Southern American competitors, you know?
Well, I know I'll be tuning in. The newly formed broadcast journalism class has spent the last few weeks working on their first independently produced feature segments. Jake Karamefedovich speaks with middle school art teacher Bruce Robbins about the history of the middle school.
Over the past couple years, the middle school has gone through numerous changes. From it being located in the upper school to it having its own facility a couple years later. I spoke to the teacher who has been teaching at Master the longest and so happens to be a middle school teacher, Mr. Robbins.
I think one of the biggest changes that I've seen is that when I first started working with the middle school, I was an upper school teacher teaching in the theater, and most of my interaction with the middle school happened during the middle school musical, working on their sets and lights and working with the students that way. And it was a very small school, very, very small school up on the second floor in the Silk Resource Center. So going from that 2 years later, having our own building, it's a very big change.
So now it's obvious that the number of people have changed throughout the years. But there's still one more thing that I haven't covered, the kind of people. For that, I spoke to former middle school student Benjamin Edelson.
I feel like over the years of me being in the middle school, I've seen a lot of positive change to the community.
Would you say the middle school community has changed throughout the years?
I'd say in a big part, no. I think that the people that decide to teach in the middle school are very special people, and that community has remained the same, even though people come and go, throughout it. No, I think that even with different leadership that I've been through with the school, the kindness and the ability to want to work with students this age has remained the same.
In conclusion, the middle school is an everlasting and ever-changing experience for the kids and the students.
Thank you so much, Jake, for that fantastic coverage. Next up, Zara Suvanto tells us the story of her grandfather, who swam for Finland in multiple Olympic Games.
Olympic athletes come from all walks of life, all with their own special paths. My grandfather, Ilkka Suvanto, is one of those athletes. His journey to the Olympics involved 4 countries, multiple family moves, and several heartwarming moments.
Ilkka started swimming at the age of 11 years old. Little did he know that he would swim in the Olympics only 6 years later.
Started swimming with a team when we moved from Finland to the United States in 1954. After a couple of years, I moved up the ranks and started feeling like I could get better.
Ilkka started training with the top coach, and only a few years later, at the age of 16, he returned to Finland and shocked the local swim community by breaking several national records. Later, Ilkka crushed 10 more Finnish swimming records as he trained to compete in the 1960 Olympics. While butterfly was always his favorite stroke, it was a 4-man relay race that held the most promise for Finland.
We had a relay team, a 4 times 200 meter freestyle relay, which we knew would be the best chance for doing something reasonably well at the Rome Olympics.
Olympic Stadium in Rome, August 1960, and the 17th Olympic Games opened before a crowd of 100,000 spectators.
We ended up getting into the finals, which was a huge achievement for a Finnish relay team. And then in the finals, we came in 5th place, which was the best achievement that a Finnish swimming team had made up to that point in the Olympics. When you're in the Olympics, the newspaper paparazzi photographers, they're always chasing you to get interviews or pictures. In this case, my teammates and myself were having dinner at a restaurant in Rome at the Via Veneto. My teammates were all over 21, so they ordered beers. I ordered a Coke because I was only 17, but a paparazzi came by, took a picture, and that picture shows us sitting at this table with all these beers in front, and my Coke is hidden well behind one of the beer bottles. It showed up in the Finnish newspaper the following day. My father saw it. The next day, he had flown to Rome, took me by my hand and took me to an apartment that he was renting to make sure I was not going down the wrong path.
After the Olympics, Ilkka became a highly recognized athlete in Finland, winning several prestigious national awards.
In Finland, I was named the Swimmer of the Year for Finland. In fact, they gave me this gold watch, which I got as a reward, and I still have it, and it still works, although it's only a 24-hour clock and you got to wind it every day.
Ilkka went back to the United States and later was accepted to Stanford, which had a top-notch swim team. There he prepared for the next Olympics. He was proud to swim again with his home country of Finland in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Ilkka reflected on how to be a successful competitive athlete.
Make sure you're enjoying what you're doing. To take advantage of the social aspects of swimming with other people or whatever competition you're doing, and listen to the coaches because they will help you improve and you will get better.
Today, at the age of 79, Ilkka is a master swim coach to people of all ages who love to swim. This is Zara Suvanto reporting for TBN.
Thank you, Zara, for sharing your grandfather's inspiring story. Finally tonight, senior Noah Lynn talks with TBN about the inspiration behind the release of his first album, Incidental Music. Take a look.
Senior Noah Lynn has a passion for all things music. Whether it is playing keyboard at morning meetings, being a student leader of Positive Rhythm, or jamming out at the Legon School of Music, Lynn has incorporated music into his everyday life since he learned to play the piano at 3 years old. Now he has taken his music to new heights by premiering his first album called Incidental Music under his artist name OA.Wave.
I think, because the funny thing, it wasn't really like I had the intent of making an album. I was just like making a lot of songs, and the ones that I really liked, I would just like, hey, this is going to be on the album. And then eventually I had enough songs where I could put them together and really make something out of it. So I think my favorite part would have to be like once I had a really good amount of songs together and like trying to figure out the order and just being able to listen to like the completed projects.
Lynn, who first picked up electronic music 4 years ago, says the project took him 2 years to write and produce. The 20-minute album contains 9 songs, all of which were inspired by video game soundtracks. Lynn took us behind the scenes to show us what it was like creating these songs.
So yeah, I mean, you just go through, like, you get to this part, you want to switch things up, sure, add a freaking guitar solo, you want to bring it back, add a different string part, like, bring it together, add some, like, freaking crazy lick at the end to bring it into the outro. Like, it really is just, like, letting the song take you places. In your head, when you're writing, you're not like, I know exactly what the finished product is going to sound like. Sometimes you do, but it almost never turns out that way. You just gotta, like, trust in yourself that even though it doesn't sound perfect now, that you can put in the work and put in the creativity to really, like, make it sing.
Junior Viviana Simon listened to the album when it was first released and had nothing but positive reviews for Lynn's work.
I listened to it at first, and I think I texted him. It was like taking a big crunchy bite out of an electric apple. I have sort of very odd, like, ways of expressing my feelings about the song. I think that I actually don't know the word for this in English. He's like surdoué, which, like, I guess mega talented, but that doesn't really capture the emotion behind it. He's a very, very talented person, and I respect him quite a bit as an artist.
So yeah, my album's called Incidental Music. It's a real, like, passion of love. You can find it on really any streaming platform: Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Amazon Music. If you're one of the 2 people who use Deezer, yeah, Incidental Music by OA.Wave. Check it out.
Carol K. Roz, TBN, The Masters School.
And that's all we have time for here tonight on Tower Broadcast News. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to Tower Broadcast News on YouTube and follow @MastersTower on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Hannah Scujano.
And I'm Carol K. Roz. And for all our seniors watching, good luck tomorrow and on Friday for your early decision releases. And from all of us here on the TBN staff, have a great night and a fantastic winter break.